Introducing the shared drive. The best practices for document management is to use a shared drive. All relevant documents as well as common forms used by the company are all in one place using a common system and accessible to all. There are two types of shared drive systems. The first is cloud-based. There are many types, but the most common ones are OneDrive and Google Drive, but you can also store your files locally. A variety of files are required to manage a job as well as design, fabricate, and install signs. This includes pricing, sketches, permits, and approvals. There are also files for common recurring documents from logo art to tax forms. But imagine simplifying this system to one electronic location and then giving everyone quick access to these files. Sometimes making this change isn't easy. The main concerns are that files could be lost or that it'll take too much time to switch over. Sometimes a system just becomes part of the furniture and people refuse to change. It's a mentality that says we've always done it this way. Fear of change is normal, but leading companies that win, they realize that thousands of companies every day discover the positive returns that come from updating to new practices for filing their information. They embrace change and look for new and best practices. Every company should examine its filing system, especially it's been years since the last review. Over the years, different departments have influenced the system, and people come and go. This reality results in a patchwork quilt that is inefficient and wasteful. Also, most systems today were formed long ago, before shared drive systems were even available. Some systems are holdovers from the pre-computer days. Best practices have come to the sign industry. Today's national chain sign shops operate with virtually zero paper load, no filing cabinets, no indexing labels, no paper copies, and no boxes and boxes of archived materials to manage. But no system works without training, which is the purpose of this video. To move on to change and better practices and embrace training, it helps to focus on the proven benefits: higher productivity, lower costs, fewer mistakes, and a happier workplace. Change is never easy, but it helps to make that change when you focus on the benefits. And there are real advantages that go to the bottom line. Electronic files actually improve security, increase lookup speed, decrease frustrating management friction, and with files backed up electronically off-site, we can be certain our data is disaster resistant. Perhaps the best feature is how searching can be done with the greatest of ease by using a computer's find function. Here's how a shared drive works. First, log in. Our Google shared drive is corproshared@gmail.com. Put in the password and then log in. Through your browser, go to the drive. All cloud-based drives basically work the same. It's a simple directory system. You have access to every file. This is great for cleaning up. You'll see how much space is used, and you can buy more storage. On the front page of Google Drive, you'll see all the recently added documents. There may be other folders, but the main focus is on two particular folders, one called Corporate and one is the Job Drive. Inside the Corporate folder are three other subfolders: Important Documents, anything to do with marketing. For example, if you open this up, you'll see a logo and a brochure. Going back, we have one other, a pricing template. The Corporate Drive is where we put permits, tax-exempt forms, important originals, and commonly used documents. Now back to the main directory. The Job Drive is where all the work is kept. The real power of a shared drive isn't just that everything's in one place, it's that it speaks a shared language. There's a shared system. Here's how the Job Drive works. There are two kinds of customers: regular customers and high-use customers. When dealing with a customer, the first task is always to open a file, even if the job doesn't go to production. For regular customers, use the file called 1000. Once we hit 2000, we'll open a whole new folder. The reason we contain the number of files in these subfolders is to speed up searches. Opening up this common file, we see there's a master folder here. To create a new customer, right mouse click on it and make a copy. Right mouse click on that and rename the file. The first part of every file name is a number. This one will be 0006. Space hyphen space and the name of the client. Then go OK. There's a reason we start with the master folder. Open it up to see why. Inside there's already a pricing template, a signed production order, plus 2 folders. One to hold all of the artwork, and another for all of the other documents associated with that job. A quick note about the pricing template. This is why a file is opened even for a quote. With a file open, a record of the quote will always be available. Common to every shared drive is who opened the file and when they last modified the file. A final word on regular documents. Even if the original document is on paper, it can be scanned and stored here in the documents file. Same for hard copy artwork. And remember, finding a file is easy. Simply click on the storage button. All of the files are available. You can search for a word, in this case integrative, and the search function makes it easy to find what you're looking for. If you can operate a Windows Explorer, you'll find it effortless to shift over to a shared drive.